Hi, welcome to Kalimari's tutorial. Today we will see about inheritance concept in C++. So this inheritance concept is going to help you in implementing the reusability concept in the programming languages. So how this is going to help you in inheritance is, so we'll be creating one class and from that class we'll be creating many more new classes from that. The mechanism of deriving a new class from an old one is called the inheritance. The old class which is there and from where we are inheriting the properties, we call it to be the base class. The new class created is a derived class or subclass. And this derived class will inherit the properties of the base class. This leads to reusability. So how we can define the derived class? So we can derive the derived class by specifying the relationship with the base class in addition to its own details. Anyway, in derived class, it can access the properties of the base class and it will be having its own member functions, data members and member functions. So we will be specifying the relationship between the base class properties as well as the derived class, and we are going to incorporate the derived class properties and we are going to define it. So how we can define it is, so class, derived class name. So this is the new class which we are going to create it from the already existing class. And here the visibility mode is, we have already seen about private, public and protected in the previous classes, right? So those are the visibility mode. And next is the base class name. So base class is the parent class from where we are going to incorporate the properties into this new class. And here how we are going to perform this communication is with the help of the colon operator. So this colon operator is going to tell you that this derived class is derived from this particular base class. Again, the class can have the data members and the member functions. So here the visibility modes will be like private or public. But the default visibility mode being used in derived classes private. But if we are using the visibility mode as private when we are inheriting the base class properties, so there what happens is the public members of the base class become private members of the derived class. So the public members of the base class can only be accessed by the member functions of the derived class alone. Even the object of the derived class will not be in a position to access the base class properties through it. And if suppose this base class is publicly inherited, that is the visibility mode which we are specifying to the derived class is public. In that class, public members of the base class become public members of the derived class. So these properties, that is the base class properties, can be accessible through the derived class object. So this is the difference between the privately inherited and that is publicly inherited. So this is the visibility mode which we are using in the derived class. So here, if I am incorporating the private within my derived class definition as a visibility mode, in that case, we will not be in a position to access the properties of the base class through the derived class object. So here again, the reusability is going to be a big question mark. So if at all, in order to overcome that, if I am making those properties as public, in that situation, that properties of the base class can be derived by the derived class object. But here again, data hiding concept can't be incorporated properly. So in order to overcome all these things, so in C++, one more visibility modifier was introduced and it was called protected. So here this protected is going to be used in the inheritance when we are defining the derived class. So a member declared as protected is accessible by the member functions within its class and any class immediately derived from it. It cannot be accessed by the functions outside these two classes. So it is easy for us to inherit the properties of the base class in my derived class. So one simple example I have given. So I haven't included any code here, but this is going to tell you how this is going to work within how this visibility mode is going to help you in accessing the base class members into my derived class. So class, again I have taken one class, the class alpha. So if it is private, again this is optional. So if I am not using this private, again this is going to be this visibility will be of the default one. So anyway, the members whatever I'm mentioning under private will be accessible within that class alone. If it is private, if suppose I'm declaring any of the functions under private, so it will be visible to all the functions in that particular program. If it is of protected, so these member functions are visible to its own class as well as its derived class. So this is the visibility of accessed members. So how the that is the data members is going to be visible in the derived class can be depicted with this help of this table. So here if the base class visibility is private, then in the derived class, so none of the member functions will not be inherited. So not inherited. So every case it will be like not inherited only. If the base class visibility is public, so in the derived class, if I am defining it as public again, I may give it as like protected, private and protected. So if the base class visibility is protected, again the public derivation will be like public. So private, if I'm inheriting as private, again it will be acting as a private. And if it is protected, and that will be as a protected. So these are all the various types of inheritance. One is single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance and hybrid inheritance. So we will see each and every individual inheritance detailing in my forthcoming videos. Thank you.